Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, fellow bearders, fellow beard lovers, beard enthusiasts. Good morning and happy Sabbath to you all. Today is Saturday, December 21st of 2019. Welcome to another episode of Brew with the Beard. I know it's been a little while since I've actually gotten to you guys, and do want to apologize for that, but a lot of things have been going on. A lot of things have been occupying uh, the bit's time. And again, that's really no excuse, but I am hustling and grinding and trying to get a couple of things in order for the arrival of my first kid. And again, still don't know the sex of the baby, but it still is an exciting time and, looking to get things put together for the impending arrival in about 3 weeks. So, even though my life has changed within that time frame, I already know once he or she is here that that's when the real work begins. So, everyone continue to keep me lifted in prayer. Keep us lifted in prayer. If you don't pray, I wish us good luck. But want to say thank you to everybody who has emailed, sent a message, called, just shown support during this time, because it is different, but they do say it takes a village to raise, but those parents got to be raised up too by that same village. So certainly appreciate everybody that has expressed concern, expressed care, expressed just shown love in general for this new stage in life. Don't have much to talk about today, and don't really have too many questions. Actually, I don't have any questions for the week. I do have a lot of questions, but unfortunately, before I started to record, did not get a chance to comb through the questions to see which ones that I wanted to pick. So this is just going to be me running my mouth on a couple of topics. And then I have a couple of things that I need to get done later on. So this will be probably a very quick episode. But happy holidays to everyone as we approach the upcoming holiday season and new year, 2020. And I hope that everyone is focused and everyone is hitting the ground prior to January 1st to whatever goals and whatever you have set for, whatever endeavor you set forth for yourself for the year 2020. Is certainly suggested by many experts and anybody who has seen something to succession or to fruition. They've always told you that whenever you look to get started immediately. Don't get started on a specific date or the first of the year. Of course, a lot of people do anticipate an extra boost of energy. Something about the new year brings an extra boost of energy, to your spirit and to your physical being. A lot of people believe that energy that is left over from the prior year is then somehow transferred into positive energy at the beginning of the year. And that may be true. But I also believe sometimes when you get an idea, you hit the ground running at that time and you just catapult yourself into the new year with that. So whatever you guys are looking to do, whatever you guys are looking to set forth for yourself for the upcoming year, my prayer for you guys is success. There will be road bumps, roadblocks, detours, things of that nature. But the good thing about those things is that it just gives us a different route to get to the same goal, And the perfect thing about that is when you find these detours and these roadblocks, but you still meet your goal and you still get to that end place. If you ever look to repeat that, it doesn't necessarily mean that the next person that you teach that formula to will have to go through the same route as you did. They may find an easier way based on your roadblocks. So the more you share and the more you're able to give to others, they're able to kind of modify and get to the same goal. So shout out to everyone that has these lofty goals and has set these things up for themselves. Again, my prayer for you is nothing but success and blessings in abundance. But again, there will be stumbling blocks and roadblocks that will come up, but keep that positive energy. Use those things as catalysts to ensure that you get to your end goal. All right. A couple of things I did want to talk about. Um, the biggest thing that's in the news outside of the Trump impeachment, which I will touch on at the end, but not for too long, but I'll touch on it. This young lady in the Bronx that ultimately had the nation on Amber Alert because she was caught on video being kidnapped by 3 or 4 people in the Bronx. And, these people hopped out of a car and shoved her mother down and then whisked her in this car and then drove off. And she went missing for about 2 or 3 days. Come to find out that she actually orchestrated this entire kidnapping for herself because she did not want to return to her home country of Honduras with her mother. She wanted to stay in the States. And she orchestrated this whole kidnapping just to do so. Now, folks, I grew up in a time where, for lack of a better term, lashes were shared for smaller things than getting yourself kidnapped. Lashes were shared for not keeping your room clean, if your clothes were untidy, if you left dishes in the sink, if you came home late and didn't call, or if for any reason you chose as a kid to ask for anything. Your parents gave you everything that you needed, not everything that you wanted. So if you had food, you had clothes, you had a roof over your head, and you were healthy, there's really no need to ask for anything that you want at that point. You do your work, your schoolwork, get good grades. And then at that point, if your parents choose to ask you if you want something, then you give an answer. But you're never so bold to say, hey, mom, I want this, I want that, I want the third thing. Because you're taught to be grateful for the things that you have. Now, I don't know what this young lady's immediate upbringing was or is, but I know at that age, when I was that age, even now, I would never even fathom or even try to concoct a plan to have myself kidnapped because there was something that I did not want to do. Now, if my parents asked, which really happened, but if my parents asked me at that age, hey, what do you think about this? We're thinking about returning to Barbados. What do you think? And I gave my opinion and I said, well, I'd rather stay, for whatever the reason is. And the ultimate decision at that point was that we got to go. Well, guess what, Noel? We got to go. But to think to kidnap myself or get myself kidnapped by 4 of my friends and be missing for 2 or 3 days and have the pit of my parents' stomach in their chests because they don't know what's happening to me. And then there's this epidemic of people being kidnapped and, sold into sex trafficking and all that stuff. So I can only imagine what this mother was thinking. I can only imagine what this mother was praying for, like that, just to pray for the safe return of her kid, and just to find out that she orchestrated this whole thing on her own, just because she didn't want to return to her home country. My thing is, why put the energy into doing all of that? You really had to sit down and plan this thing. Like, you had to be precise about where you're walking and all that stuff. You had to be precise. So you put that type of energy into kidnapping yourself, as opposed to putting your energy into being positive about returning to your country and maybe do something for your country or do something for the people of your country. I mean, are you putting that much energy into your schoolwork or into helping your mom? Like, what would possess you to plan your own? The beating, the lashes that I would have gotten for that. Let me tell you something. I don't think the father himself could have pulled my parents off of me at that age for doing some shit like that. Kidnapping yourself. I mean, I know we live in an age where these kids and a lot of people, period, are very vain and very selfish and only think of themselves. But when you see actions like that, it just further proves that we are on a steady decline as a human race. Like, kidnapping yourself because you don't want to go back to your country? Who does that? I've never heard such asinine shit in my life. As a matter of fact, when I was growing up, it was a privilege to go to these places. You think if my mom at that age, when I was her age, told me, "Hey, we're returning to Barbados, we're going to live," I'd be upset? Man, listen, it was just a privilege to visit these places, and to be in these places. You could make things work, but to orchestrate your own kidnapping and then have not only the city of New York, but an entire nation. Like, this thing spread across the nation. You're famous now for orchestrating a bullshit plan to get yourself kidnapped and then return in 2 days just to confess. Like, what was the point? And on top of that, now you face criminal charges and you still got to go back to Honduras. So what did you accomplish? You know, the way that this world is setting up. I mean, it's been set up this way where people just think of themselves, don't even think about the consequences after. We just think of ourselves. We live in a society where you can go out to a function for somebody else, and the first thing you're doing is taking selfies. You're not even taking pictures of the other people that you're there for. You're at a wedding and you're taking selfies. You're at a graduation and you're taking selfies. Like, you're not there for yourself. You're there for other people. And then the first thing you do, you want to post things of yourself. It's not about you. I just don't understand what is the mindset that we have nowadays where we're this selfish, where we're willing to halt an entire country to come looking for you, just because you didn't want to return to a country that you're from. You got to give me a fucking break with that. That is ridiculous. 38 years on this planet, and I've never heard of some shit like that. I've heard of people faking their own death, to help their families with the insurance money. Okay. But to kidnap yourself because you don't want to go back? Man, listen. Whatever punishment comes to this girl, it is well deserved. Again, if she had thrown a hissy fit and, had a tantrum because she didn't want to return, okay. That's understandable because you don't want to leave, right? You're upset. But you organized your own kidnapping just to confess 2 days later. And now you face criminal charges. And on top of that, you still got to go back. I don't see what you accomplished. And I hope that's a lesson to anybody that even ever thought of doing some shit like that. Child, teen, or adult, if you ever thought of doing some shit like that, like, why? It's not worth it. Just do what you got to do. Make the best of every situation. I'm not going to say that every situation is ideal or every situation is going to be the best at first, but you make the best of it. I don't understand where we're going as a society, and it just further inundates this doubt whenever we do have those kids and those girls that are kidnapped or are put in a situation where they can't free themselves. Because it's already looked at through that eye of scrutiny when we bring up these stories to the police. And, it's just like, well, why would you further their doubt now? Now, anytime they get a call, they're going to look at it through the eye of scrutiny. They're not going to take that serious. I mean, come on. People got to think of the consequences before they do these things, man. It's ridiculous. Like, why would you do that? What was your point? Well, now you're facing charges. And you got to go back. So, people, we got to do better, man. We really have to do better. There's no excuse for stuff like that. And at the end of the day, we really got to look to continue to check our kids, check people for their actions and the shit that they do. Like, that's ridiculous. Anyway, moving on. Upcoming holiday season, upcoming New Year. Things are busy out here in Houston. I'm pretty sure things are busy around the country and around the world for those who observe and celebrate these holidays. And again, the New Year is going to bring new things for me, bring new things for everybody. And, these challenges are to be met and not to be run away from, And again, I encourage everybody to just do your best and put a plan together, get things on paper, and weigh out the pros and cons of these lofty goals that you have. And obviously, sometimes the cons may outweigh the pros. But if something you really desire, something that you really want, by all means, hit the gas on it, man. Move forward on these things because, the last thing you want is for an idea that you have for somebody else to take that same idea and run with it and then either become famous for it or get paid off of it or just see it to succession or to see it come to fruition through somebody else's eyes. So it's such a hard thing to do. Praise God, I haven't had that personal experience, but I've seen it happen for other people where they've come up with an idea and just never acted on it. And then one day they're watching Shark Tank or they're watching something on TV like an infomercial, or they'll see somebody do something on Instagram. Like, damn, I had that idea a year ago or 2 years ago. Understand when you have an idea, about 7 or 8 people around the world have the same idea, but only 1 or 2 are willing to act on it. So my suggestion would be one of those 2 or be that one that does that. But again, happy holidays to everyone. I hope that everyone will have a safe and enjoyable holiday. Again, if you're with family, if you're with friends, even if you're by yourself, you can make these things work for you. Make them the most enjoyable time for you. Just be happy. Be grateful for the things that you have. You have life. You have love. You have your heart's desires, whatever it is, So again, whatever you choose to do, this holiday season, just be safe and, ensure that whatever it is that you're doing this holiday season is what you want to do. If you choose to work, you choose to enjoy yourself and spend time with family or, just kick back and relax, go somewhere, travel. That's for you. All right. Trump impeachment, man. Here's the thing about impeachments and, bringing up criminal charges against the president and all that sort of stuff. To me, whenever the powers that be have who they want in office, it doesn't really matter what you bring up against them. It doesn't really matter what charges you're looking to have impending on their. Look, you can impeach all you want. All really impeachment is the confirmation of criminal charges and an impending trial for those charges. Here's what's crazy. The government can actually, if they choose to, delay that trial until the end of his second term. So, why would they even push for the immediate trial, to try to get him out of office? Didn't happen with Clinton. It's not going to happen with him. This gentleman is going to have a second term, in my opinion, and he's going to continue to run the country the way he wants. But there may be a different approach to get the things that he wants or the things that him and his people want to get done. But this impeachment, people around the country talking about get him out of office, that's not happening. It's just a confirmation of criminal charges based on an investigation. There's really no punishment to that unless they actually go through with the trial. Now, are they going to go through with this trial? I don't think so. I think that trial will be delayed and delayed and delayed. And this may be a bigger distraction to, take our eyes off of something else, But this is the biggest talk in the country now. And personally, again, I don't believe that this will come to anything. This won't see any action outside of this big announcement of the impeachment. This is just my opinion. I could be wrong. But the country will continue to be run the way it is. Through this presidency, we've been shown a lot. And a lot of things should not be surprising to people. It's just my opinion. But again, nothing's really going to change. Things are going to be the way they are. And as a society, we have to do what we need to do to ensure that whatever values we hold true to ourselves, that we maintain them. I don't think we can necessarily save the world, but we can do what we can to save a little piece of it on our own. But this impeachment, not really seeing much happening from it. I think it's just a smokescreen for something else. And not predicting that or anything like that, but it's just an opinion, I want nobody coming after me now, but I'm just saying that that's just my humble opinion, that I don't believe that this will lead to anything major. It's a big announcement, but I think it's a lot more overhyped than what it really is. But you know, kudos to those who follow these things and ensure that they keep up. Me personally, I got a kid on the way, man. So I got much bigger fish to fry than worrying about Trump and his impeachment. Um, but to those who do, take my hat off to you if I had a hat, you know. Um, but yeah, that's all I really have to talk about this morning. I got a lot to do today. Got to finish up a couple of projects. Got to work out. Oh, I even talk about which brew I had this morning. It's water. It's regular old water. I read an article a couple of years ago. They said that if you start off your day prior to having anything to eat, if you start off your day with either a glass or a bottle of room temperature water, that it's kind of like lighting a fuse for all your vital organs in the morning. That it immediately wakes them up and gives you this burst of energy. Now I haven't tried it yet. I read the article, never did it. So today's actually the first day I'm going to try this. So I'm going to crack this water open and not going to drink the whole thing in front of you guys. I think that's just a waste of camera time. But I'm going to drink this before I get anything to eat. And the next time I record, I will update you guys and see if that actually works. And if it does, that is something I will put into practice on a daily basis. So you guys, again, thank you for all the support, all the love. Continue to send your questions in. I will comb through those over the weekend. So the next time that I have a recording session, I'm able to come and speak to you guys. I will have some questions in order to answer, and I'll probably increase the amount. I know I normally do 3 questions, but this time I'll probably do 5, just to kind of get some more questions on the show. But peace and love. Again, happy Sabbath to you all. Be safe out there. For those who are, finishing up their holiday shopping, gift shopping, please be careful. These stores are very crowded. Um, you know, a lot of people are rushing to get a lot of things done. And I did see last night when I went out Ubering, quite a number of accidents. So a lot of people are not driving safely. They're driving reckless and driving fast. So please, whatever you do, be safe. Keep your kids safe. Keep your family safe. And enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the upcoming holiday. And I'll make sure I'll see you guys before the end of 2019. All right? Fellow Bearders, peace and love. Talk to y'all soon.